Alright guys, I want to do a quick update on my garden, and I want to show you what I've been doing here, and I'm going to be planting some bush beans also. Alright guys, here I got 1, 2, 3 and a 4th row I planted later of potatoes and peas. What you mostly see here are the peas I planted with my potatoes. Let me bring you in close and I'll show you what's going on here. Alright, as you can see here, I got all my peas and potatoes growing in rows. But if you look closely here, right there's a potato plant along with my peas. And I got some more right there. And every foot or so there's a potato plant. Now not all of my potatoes have come up yet, but some of them, like this one right here, you see right there, I got my potato plant coming up there, a little one. Over here. Now the reason why I planted them with peas, I got the idea from Mark from I Am Organic Gardening, and a lot of research I've been doing on all the legumes, all the peas and beans and all that. They're nitrogen fixing. They store nitrogen in their roots. And what I'm going to do is, when these peas are just ready to start producing peas, I'm going to terminate about 50% of these plants. That way the nitrogen will get stuck in the root system, in the ground, and it'll be utilized by the potatoes. Now the rest of the other 50% of course of the peas I'm going to eat. So that's what's been going on here. So here's a nice potato plant right here. This bad boy's looking pretty good. Now the only thing I'm worried about is potato beetles. I got a video on that, and I'll put that up here, or actually on this side. and I'll show you how to take care of the potato beetles. They're nasty. They lay little larvas under the leaf, and then those little larvas hatch, or the eggs, and they turn into little larvas, and they just eat and munch away at all the leaves. Okay, what I've been doing is kind of like a raised bed style garden is what I've been doing. Last year I was doing rows and rows of everything. This year it's going to be different. Here I got Swiss chard. Got Swiss chard planted all right here. Here I got zucchini. Behind that I got crookneck squash, those yellow squash, but they're crookneck and they're kind of bumpy looking. They are buttery delicious. They are unbelievable. I got fava beans growing over there. I got radishes. I got my Italian squash growing under the trellis there, and another Italian squash growing over there. But they're just coming out. See my radishes, they're just coming out right now. And if you look at my Italian squash there, they're little guys, but they're all coming out. So yeah. So I got, I think, about approximately 10 plants per this whole section here. So I got 3 sections. There should be 30 plants under these trellises here. Over here under this trellis, I got some really, they're very long Italian squash. And you can see them right there. It's just very small yet. Another one there. And these are Italian squash, and they'll crawl up this trellis here. And they'll start hanging down. These squash are 5 to 6 feet long. They're amazing, and they're about the size of your forearm, but they're very long. And they're fun to grow, but they're also very delicious to cook with also. Okay, here I got corn planted with peas, and they're just starting to come up right now. In fact, there's a little corn right there. And here I got eggplants. I got some Rosa Blanca Rosa Blanca eggplants. And over there I got some Black Beauty eggplants. All along here I got tomatoes planted with peas. All the green you see are the peas. My tomato plants are probably an inch tall right now. Yeah, there's one right there, not here. So they're just babies. Here I got an assortment of peppers growing. In this section here, this one, that one. I got everything from red, yellow, orange, red peppers. I got cayenne peppers. I got some habaneros. So a little sweet and a little hot peppers. That's good. Got to spice things up once in a while. Then over here I got cucumbers and peas together. You see my cucumbers coming up right there. Cucumbers here, these are slicing cucumbers, and these here are lemon cucumbers. But they're not doing too well. I've only had two come up, one right there and one right over there. They're not doing too good. So if the seeds were from last year, so that might have something to do with it. But if they don't come up within a week, I think I'll just plant more. And then right next to it are peas also. I'm planting peas with just about everything for the nitrogen that they produce. So what I'm going to do now, I'll show you what I did here too. Got some yellow onions here, red, white. These are mostly onions right here. And then back there I got some carrots growing. And I'm going to be planting some garlic right in front of the onions over here. Probably today. But in this video, what I'm going to be doing right here, where I got this cart, is be planting some bush beans here. Now I've never grown these bush beans before. They're called Hickok bush beans. And they're supposed to be very delicious and sweet. And I love green beans. Alright guys, so what we've been doing here in the garden is, for those of you who don't know, I have a back-to-Eden garden. I have about 6 to 8 inches of wood chips here. That's about 75% decomposed. And it's looking really good actually. Underneath that is just plain old red clay. It's just horrible. But what I've been doing, and I'll keep you updated and see how it works. We're putting a few inches here, maybe 3-4 inches of mushroom compost and composted horse manure, and spreading it out. Then what we're going to do is kind of till it in. So what we're doing here is mixing it. We're just putting in a shovel in the ground like this into the chips and turning it over and kind of mixing it up. Just in every square foot, basically, like that. So before all you start saying, oh, you're messing up the biology of the ground and all that, not really. These are just decomposed wood chips, and all the microbacteria, all the microorganisms are in that shovelful, and I'm just flipping it upside down, and they're still in there, but now they're getting mixed in with the manure and mushroom compost, which has got a whole new set of microorganisms. And the reason why I'm doing this is, now that I've turned it and mixed it, I'm going to plant in that, right? So if I were to plant just in the manure and the compost, the roots are going to get all that nutrition, and they're going to boom, they're going to hit that wood chips. This way they're going to have wood chips and manure, composted wood chips and manure, all the way down until if they reach the ground level. And this ground now, it's been 2 years, and the clay underneath this is no longer red. I checked it out, it's a grayish, it's getting darker, it's like a grayish color now, and it doesn't look like clay anymore. So it's getting better. The Back to Eden garden works. It's just that it works great if your soil is good to begin with. My soil isn't, so it's going to take a few years. It's been, like I said, 2 years. I've noticed a big change now. I'm adding this manure and compost, mushroom compost on here to, supercharge it, to really give it more nutrients in the wood chips. So it'll give the plants a good head start. Okay, now that I've turned the wood chips and the compost and manure over, got it all mixed in, I'm going to smooth it out with a rake. But before I plant, I'm going to inoculate my seeds. You should always inoculate all your legumes, your beans, your peas, all those, with a rhizobium bacteria. And I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, this here is the rhizobium bacteria. You can pick this up online. Just search for the GUARD-N Seed Inoculant, and it's got the other different types of bacteria, but it's got 2 main ones, 2 different types of rhizobium bacteria. So get one of these. I'll put it in the description below. So what I would do is I get the seeds, put them in a little Ziploc bag like this. Just pour enough in there, maybe well, it depends, like a packet of seeds like this. This is 2 ounces of seeds. I just put a 1/4 teaspoon maybe in there, and 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon. That's even a lot, and then a little water. Mix it up real good in the bag, and let the seeds soak up the water and bacteria for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, maybe a half hour, and then plant your seeds. Alright guys, I got my bag here, a Ziploc bag. You're going to get your seeds, put all your seeds in a Ziploc bag. I'll put that down there for now. And like I said, just get a little, what it is, it looks like a black powder is what it looks like. Okay. And this here is 200, half a teaspoon. So I'm going to get about a half a teaspoon, about that much right there, and put it right in the bag. Okay. And then we're going to put just a little bit of water in here. Let's see how that looks. That's even too much. But anyways, we're gonna mix this in real good. Get all that inoculant mixed in with the water. And what's gonna happen with beans, it shouldn't take longer than 15-20 minutes. The beans will start absorbing that water, and it's gonna pull all that bacteria into the seed, and it's gonna inoculate the seed. And what the rhizobium bacteria do is they take nitrogen out of the air and give it to the plant. And then the plant stores them in their roots as nodules for the plant to use later. Alright guys, I'm ready to plant the bush beans. They've been soaking in this rhizobium soup here for about 20 minutes. So now we're ready to plant them. Alright, now the bed here is ready to plant. I got the rake and I smoothed it all out. So it's a nice fluffy soil here now. It's got the wood chips mixed in it and the composted manure and mushroom compost. So now we'll just get a handful here. And they say to space them apart about 6 inches. Just push them into the ground about an inch. And I'm just going to do like a grid going all the way across there. And then after you're done, let me get my last one here. After you're done, just pinch the dirt over it, kind of pat it down. And you just planted your beans. I'm just going to finish this off here, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, I'm done planting my beans. I made like a grid about 6 inches apart. Spread it all out, push them in with your finger, and then after just push the dirt over them. Very simple. They should grow, these Hickok bush beans should grow, they say about 20 inches, probably 2 feet. And it's supposed to be delicious, so we will find out. I'll keep you updated along with everything else in my garden here and see what works and what doesn't work. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.